Aminu Zhang joins us now to talk about the developments as they play out in Taraba. He's a former commissioner in Plateau and also was in the House of Reps in 1993 at that time. Morning, and thank you for coming on today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you've been following what's going on, and I think some of the matters have gone to court and they should be getting here and perhaps soon. But from what you've seen, what do you think?
Yeah, fine. There has generally been a lot of hue and cry, rigmarole about the Taraba imbroglio, if you like, hula baloo. But as it were, as you have said, things have simmered down now, and things have been taken to court, granting then that the Constitution will have to play out as it were. Analysts, commentators, legal experts have dissected the Constitution, particularly relating to those sections. I think the now very popular section 189 and 190 regarding what happens on occasions like this. It is so gratifying that the authors or the fathers of our Constitution envisaged probably such scenarios playing out, and a lot of care was taken in laying out what is in the Constitution today. The section 189 is clear, it's explicit, it is without any strand of ambiguity that in the event that a governor transmits a letter upon return from maybe medical sojourn or so, it should just translate to him resuming office. But it is very surprising that people, either for want or desire or knack for whatever, to position themselves, think they can circumvent the provisions of the sacred Constitution that we have. It is as baffling as it is sad.
What if there are doubts of that letter's originality of the letter?
I do not have any doubts about the originality of that letter. And at any rate,
what if there are doubts? What should be done?
I don't know. In fact, it miffs me when, for instance, some of them claim he did not author the letter. When do governors even write letters anyway? Or the president? What happens is he instructs, they instruct. And in some cases where such instructions are either carried wrongly, they usually will come up and refute either the content in part or in its entirety. But I don't see where in the Constitution it's stipulated that the letter must be signed by the governor, the president, at any instance. So I think it's more of mischief, really, than any other reason that is informing all this questioning about the authorship of the letter.
Because, some will wonder that, look, could it really be that there's some sort of lacuna in the Constitution? Because for them to have raised some of these matters, it does suggest that there's an advantage. They could take advantage of maybe the shortcomings, even with the amendment. Because you remember, during the time of late President Yaradua, there was an amendment. And some lawyers even think that that amendment is still insufficient.
What amendment are you referring to now? Is it a child of necessity thing or what have you? No, I don't see it having any effect because the Constitution is a sacred document. And as it were, you don't just tinker with it because it suits the purpose for which you wish to.
But there was a purpose for which they amended it at the time. Was it unnecessary?
But as far as I'm concerned, for this particular Taraba case, the governor is in sound mental state to have directed that the letter was written, it was so written, and he has not come out to refute the fact that he directed, or in fact even personally signed, that letter be transmitted.
So what is the state, maybe perhaps we should ask you if you're aware, what exactly is the state of governance now in Taraba State? I mean, who exactly is in charge?
Yeah, I wouldn't know the dynamics of the running of the Taraba State government, but as it were, I had the fortune of visiting Taraba State on Sunday, and I sought to see the governor on Monday. In fact, I was billed to see him by 11. By 5 minutes to 11 o'clock, I was there. Interestingly, I was driven straight to the government house, and there were quite a retinue of other people. People were coming in droves to visit and say hi to him. And what I found was he was consulting with his key aides, amongst them the secretary to government and the like. And I think he was dishing out instructions. And I tell you, such people that came calling were like the Uku Aka or something, of Wukari, and the Igbo community had a very large delegation. So people were coming in droves
to see the governor.
To see the governor, yes.
But, you know, I mean, if a governor is, I mean, remember, let's just put things in context.
Yeah.
When the governor of Taraba State got back after being away for 10 months, which some people even questioned, I mean, the Constitution does not specifically state how long a governor can be away. But, you know, some people ask how long can his deputy continue to act. That is on one end. The governor came back, and we saw him in the full glare of the public. You know, people were trying to help him down the stairs of a plane, and as people said, are you sure that, you know, he's finally hale and hearty? Is this just an attempt to prove to Nigerians that he's alive, hale and hearty? Couldn't they, I mean, some people believe that that could have been better managed in terms of, you know, his physical state of health, as it were. Okay, so he gets to Taraba State, and then he tries to address the people of Taraba State, and we saw that, you know, it didn't come out quite as well as it should have. I mean, we saw a governor who was struggling with breath, who was, you know, trying to, I don't know how to put it now.
I don't know how close you were that you said he was struggling with breath.
I wish that, you know, we would play back some of the visuals that we have now. That's some of the visuals of him that we're seeing now. Well, we should have seen some of the visuals where he tried to address the people of Taraba State. And, you know, it didn't just come out as well as, that's not the Suntai that the people remember voting for. We know that there is a marked difference. Of course, he's made, you know, remarkable improvement in his health, but there is a marked difference from the Suntai that was voted into office and the Suntai that addressed the people on that particular day. How do you, as a governor, assuming you are the governor, how would you prove to your people that I am hale and hearty, I am well, and there is really nothing wrong with me mentally, in spite of whatever physical challenges I might have?
Yeah. He has started running the government well as soon as he came back.
So in other words, the letter was accepted from him by members of the State House of Assembly?
In one vein, they said they have accepted it. In another vein, they said he should go back for better treatment. The bottom line is that, yes, he had an air crash. He survived it. He is recuperating by the grace of God, and recuperating fast, that he is in sound mental position, capacity that grants him the wherewithal to run the business of the state.
What we're asking,
the mandate for which he has.
No, what we are asking is, how do we prove? Because some people are saying that this could just be the handiwork of people around him. How does a governor who truly is in that state of health that you say he is prove to his people that it is me actually handling the state of affairs, not some puppet masters behind me?
No. There couldn't have been any puppet masters, and they are not. There aren't any puppet masters. If you say yes, he has his aides, everybody has, like the acting governor also has. But then, as it were, you can see from one of the clips you showed on Monday,